And so here we are saying to our Republican colleagues, if you're negotiating in good faith to serve the interests and concerns that all 100 senators bring here, then a bill forged in that bipartisan manner can only be undone in a bipartisan manner. And we do rescissions in a bipartisan manner. We do undo funding. We take 1 year, 2 year, 3 year funding that turned out not to be needed or better spent elsewhere, and we pull it back and we put it into a different program. But we do that readjustment in the same bipartisan way we did the initial program. So we're saying to our colleagues across the aisle, if the power of the purse means something, and it does, the difference between authoritarian government and a democracy, then work with us to defend our Constitution. Defend that what we have done together cannot be undone by the executive. And so far, we have not received a yes, we will defend the Constitution. And what I hear is mainly, yeah, President Trump would never go for that. When you hear that, you know you're trapped in an authoritarian, because the vision of our nation is that we, the Congress, will forge these programs and decide how to fund them, how much. And when it's like, can't do that because the Trump would be upset. Well, that just confirms we are in authoritarianism now, and it's not just the power of the purse, of course. It's attack on due process. It's attack on free press. It's attack on freedom of speech. It is the weaponization of the Department of Justice. It is the ignoring the laws that apply to the executive completely, like firing all the IGs, getting rid of all the referees. In the book that I really spent the night trying to use as a framework in order to say, hey, experts who have studied how democracies die, they don't die with people with guns anymore. They die, people get elected, and then they follow the authoritarian playbook on how to basically undo the checks and balances and amplify the power. And another piece of that we should be very concerned about in the Northwest right now, more Portland, but who knows what happens in Seattle, is trying to carve a path in which Trump has court decisions that say he can put troops into the street whenever he wants. And that is a massively dangerous amplification of authoritarian power. And that's why what we do this year makes such a difference, that we have to protest and say this is not normal. We have to ring the alarm bells. We have to praise the 7 million people who got out there and said no kings in the United States. And that's such a beautiful short way of saying no authoritarianism. We want our republic back, and we're willing to fight to